to my channel. My name is Jamie Lynn Dizon if you have not been here before. Today I'm going to be talking kind of just about spring fashion, well, spring 2021 fashion, some trends that I've been seeing, some things I've been noticing, and some things on my spring wish list. And just to preface, I'm not educated in fashion. I'm not like a professional by any means at all. I just love following the trends and seeing what people are doing. I've been trying to read up on Vogue more, just kind of stay updated on fashion. And I just find it as a place where I draw confidence from. And I've kind of talked about it in every fashion video that I've ever like kind of sat down and made like this. But me putting effort into my outfits and looking for things that look cute on me, I just find so much joy and confidence in it. So I love doing this, and I've really grown into loving fashion and staying up with the trends. I just think it's really fun. So I thought I'd share with you what I know. And I have already posted a blog post on my spring 2021 wish list, and these kind of go hand in hand with the trends that I'm about to talk about. It's kind of the exact same thing, just a little more elaboration. But if you want to go ahead and check that out, my blog is sincerelyjamielynn.com, and I'm also going to be reading from it today, so it'll be in the description if you want to go ahead and check that out. But I'm just gonna start off by saying that I think 2021 is, or even we started seeing this in 2020, I feel like we saw a lot of the 90s over the past few years just kind of coming out to play. A lot of people like the 90s look, and I don't think that's completely out, obviously, but I do think we're starting to see a new kind of 2000s movement in fashion trends. So we're seeing trunker caps, like the chunky flip-flops, velour, tracksuits like Paris Hilton used to wear. We're seeing those start to come into fashion again. And I think it's exciting. I think it's fun. We saw like those mini bags. I don't know if you saw like the mini Prada nylon bags. A ton of 2000s trends. Again, I've only gotten into fashion over the past year or so. It was like my quarantine hobby that I picked up. But I don't remember seeing those ahead of 2020. I think just in the past year, the 2000s have really come back into fashion. And the 90s are still there, but I think they're getting replaced by the 2000s. And I'm also seeing a lot of kind of nods to 70s fashions as well. I don't know if y'all have seen some. I mean, I watched Prada's fall collection line come out, and I just could not stop looking at their shoes. They have thick, chunky shoes. Those are super popular right now. I know that last year we saw kind of like those thin sandals that are really delicate looking with no back on them, which I still love. Those are still on my wish list. Like, I know I'm gonna get one this year. But I really do think that bigger, chunkier shoes, like those Chanel Dad sandals, are super in right now. And just kind of like chunky, big shoes. I know that we saw kind of like dad shoes, which I think is still kind of in, but I really do think like those platform chunky shoes are really what's going to be taking over in the next few months or years. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my blog and kind of talk about it. I know that there were some trends that I predicted in January that we're starting to see. We're seeing pops of blue, and we're seeing some sheer pop into fashion. I know that like sheer kind of with like cool designs, a lot of bold prints, a lot of bold colors are super in right now. And I think that is kind of what a lot of people predicted that sheers would be in, the big pops of blue. I don't know if y'all have noticed that, like that kind of, I don't know what the color is. It's like cayenne, not cayenne, but it's like that deep, like electric blue, but it's not too neon. I'm gonna go through my wish list that's on my blog if you want to go ahead and check it out. It's called 13 clothing items on my spring wish list. And what's really cool about this is that under each item I put like a ton of places where you can try and shop that item, and I've linked them so you can go ahead and just link and shop in there if you want to look for things. The first thing on my list is bold colors, and I think we're seeing a lot of bold, deep colors. And if you don't know what I mean, I know that a few years ago we had neon, and that was a really big trend. And we also are seeing a lot of pastels, like sorbet colors, and that was really popular last year. Still very popular. I think pastel is always a spring staple, so no matter what year it's going to be, people love pastel, and I think that's a staple forever. But I really have been seeing a ton of bright colors already. I kind of categorize bright colors as a summer trend, but I think we're definitely seeing them now, which is really cool. But I know Chanel had a lot of bubblegum pink during their runway. Prada's whole runway was in yellow, and I know that Bottega has been owning that green. I don't know if you've seen it. And then Jacquemus, I don't know if that's how you say it. I like to say Jacquemus, but I think it's like Jacquemus. I don't know, like those little tiny bags with like the loop have so many bright colors. Like there's an orange one, there's a blue one, there's a pink one. It's like those are very, very popular. Again, with going back to those pops of blue, those electric blue, deep blue, super in right now. So I think, of course, floral. Floral's always going to be popular during spring because it's spring. It's the birth of new flowers and things like that. So I put floral skirts and then also milkmaid style items. I think those are just so, scream spring. So just kind of flowy skirts and then also dresses that like with that kind of milkmaid cut. I think those are super, super cute. And I think those are always going to be in for spring. And then also light colored purses, kind of what I was mentioning with the Jacquemus purses. They have, I'm probably botching that, I'm so sorry. They have so many colors, and I know that a lot of light colored purses are super in, like the white Coach purses, the light pink purses. I just think those are super cute, especially if you're wearing like a really neutral outfit. If you're not into bright colors, like I usually am not into bright colors, but I think accessorizing with like light or nice colored purses just adds to that, kind of adds the little spring ambiance that a lot of outfits lack, if that makes sense. Another thing is our scarves. Scarves have really been in, whether it's a hair scarf, you tie it around your neck, you tie it on your purse, you can even wear the scarf top. Those have been super in. I am biased because I have loved hair scarves since like high school, so I obviously put it on the list, but I really have been seeing so many scarves pop up in the past few years, and I think it's also the perfect thing for spring. You can just style it so many ways, and it's also just a nod to older fashion trends. I don't know if it's the 70s or the 60s or the 80s, but there are just so many cute, I think it's the 70s, but I'm not sure. But there are just so many cute hair scarves that you see and so many ways to style it. I just think it's just a perfect trend for summer. I mean, spring, we're not summer yet. Again, I mentioned on the list chunky shoes. I think we've also seen those really big chunky loafers that Prada makes, and they've kind of just been trickling down. The chunky dad sneakers, I think also just the platform flip-flops, like I said, nod to this, not the 2000s, just like the really thick platform ones. I've seen those everywhere. Chunky shoes are just in. And then just kind of like contrasting that extremely, just the delicate little sandals. I don't know if you've seen them, but they're just kind of like slim, and they're just like a front strap. Let me go ahead. They're just kind of funky, but they look cute at the same time. I think they're so cute. I think they're really fun to play with, fun to dress up an outfit. I know for Easter I want to get like a white dress and add some like staple shoes to it, just because I think those are they're just so much fun to play with. I said statement sweatshirts. We're seeing a ton of these, even though we're going into spring. I know that in a lot of parts of the country and the world, spring is kind of cold. So we're seeing really, really cute sweatshirts, like from Mayfair, Lonely Ghost Co. Gucci has some really cute, like the tennis ones that like cross and they're embroidered. I think sweatshirts are so comfy. They're my favorite thing, but also a lot of brands are now designing them in a way that they're kind of like statement pieces. Going off of that, blazers are have been in for a little while now, but I think they're just a good staple for spring, especially since they're making them in so many different materials. I know that Target had kind of like a linen type material blazer that I own, and they're just super comfy. I know that just like a blazer set looks really cute with color. I think it kind of reminds me of Harry Styles for some reason. He just does a blazer so well, a suit so well. It's just a nice way to dress up like a traditional and professional looking outfit. You can just add a blazer. They have like the blazers that are two colors and kind of wrap, and it's like a blazer dress. They have lilac pastel ones. They have silk blazers that are kind of flowy and they kind of tie. They just have a ton of different types of blazers. Going off of that, matching sets. So whether it's the blazer set, a suit, or it's a cute little set, like they have those knit sets where it's like a knit tank and then like cardigan. Those are at Target too. They're super, super cute. Target's doing really well in spring fashion, by the way, if you want to go check it out. The sweat sets, like example again from Mayfair, it's a really cute like designer type of looking like talentless. Sorry, I feel like this video is all over the place, but there is a list. Go check the blog. I am talking. It's just a lot of different things that I'm talking about. Bold prints, cutouts, and patchwork. I put these all together because I just feel like they're all just in like visually appealing items. So they have like the kind of the one shoulder cutout kind of top thing. Like they had like that, the sweatshirt that's like only on the top, and then the, I don't know what it's called, but it's like the sleeves of a sweatshirt, and then it's like a tank top, so there's like that gap. Just playing with visually appealing items, patchwork, kind of there's that spray paint thing, zebra, bold patterns, kind of like retro looking patterns. They're all just in visually. I think a lot of people are like, that looks really, really cool. Again, kind of drawing back to those bright colors that are in right now. It's just a way to dress up an outfit and make it look super sophisticated, even though it's just like a top and a bright pattern in jeans. The bright pattern really is like, ooh, that looks cool. That's a statement, you know? And going on to the next thing, I put staple spring dresses. You cannot go wrong with a linen or a cotton dress for spring. I think it's just a staple that everybody should have in their closet because it's something that you will be able to use year after year after year. Those are always going to be in. I think they're playing with a lot of more like, I don't know if y'all have seen the Love Shack Fancy, where it's very like florally, very feminine kind of types of designs of dresses. I lastly put corset inspired tops. I also meant to put dresses in there, but they have just a ton of corset, like especially with Bridgerton, I think it really brought the popularity of corsets back. It's just kind of like a cute little corset that's strapless. You can put it under a blazer, under a cardigan, just something like that. They have like those dresses that are like normal dresses, but then, or like a milkmaid kind of style dress, and then like the structure in the middle to add that kind of corset feel. The corsets are really in right now. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan, but I think they're really cute on other people. So that's all I have for today. Again, a lot of things on TikTok are saying mom jeans are in, which I feel like skinny jeans have been phasing out for a while now. I just feel like it was never said. I've had like kind of looser jeans for the past year and a half, but I think with TikTok saying like it's out, it's canceled, it's like becoming common knowledge to everybody. I said this last night and I'm gonna say it again. If it makes you happy, wear it. If it makes you feel confident, don't care what other people think. I guarantee it's not that big of a deal. I think some people take it more seriously than other people, but if you like something that's against the trends, then don't feel like bad for wearing it. I know that there are some trends that I do not like right now. Like I don't like the clay rings that kind of Emma Chamberlain popularized. I don't like the trucker hats, those are also from the 2000s. I don't like a lot of these trends that are coming in, and I'm not going to wear them because they don't make me feel confident. And if what made me feel confident was a Comfort Colors t-shirt with skinny jeans and a side part, then I'm going to wear that, even though it's not technically trendy to some people. It's trendy to other people, and that's the one thing that's great in fashion. You can go outside, wear something that you totally love, and someone will totally love it with you, while other people don't. If that makes sense. I don't even know what I'm saying right now, but I hope you understand what I'm saying, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It's kind of all over the place. I'm hoping that when I edit it, I'll put things on the screen so that it's easier for you to understand and follow where I'm going. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you want to check out my blog, go ahead. If you want to comment your favorite spring trend that you're excited for, go ahead. If you want to comment your favorite designer, go ahead. And lastly, if you want to comment your favorite bold color that you would want to wear for spring, go ahead. That's all I have for today. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you really enjoyed my content, go ahead and follow me at Jamie Lynn Dizon on Instagram. And I will see you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.